What is up, guys? Hope you're doing well. This video is dedicated to Boston. Don't Look Back. Go listen to that album today and get fired up. Hey, wanted to show you a couple things in rock just to make sure that you're aware of. Number one, when you're leading your men's roundtable team, you need to make sure that you're really clear on two areas in rock. These are the most important places for you. So if you don't have access to these, make sure that your campus admin or campus pastor gets you access, or let me know and I'll try to help you. But let's talk about the first one, which is groups. So under the house on this left-hand side, house under specialized groups. Yes, men's roundtable is specialized because we're awesome. You'll notice all of the campuses. So for me at Powdersville, if I click down that little arrow, you can see MRT groups and Azair groups, and then you can see MRT groups. And so these are all of the current groups that I have going on right now. Now there is a little gear icon up here that's secret. If you kind of put your mouse over it and you click on that gear icon, you can have it show only active groups. You can have it show all groups. You can show a count for group members. That's why you see these little zeros next to it. So if we were to scroll this over, you can see that I've got 5 people in A Man and His Work, 7 in A Man and His Work here. And so these are the names of those groups, of course, but you could choose to have group members if you wanted. And then if you want to just filter by campus, if you own a campus and you just only want to see your campus, you could click on Powdersville, and then you're only going to see those Powdersville groups, so it's not so overwhelming to you. Okay, so that's a couple things. And then if you need to search for a group, you can do that as well. And then if you need to include groups with no campus, I don't know why you would need that, but just there you go. For specialized groups that you want to have on your dashboard, I love having these kind of close, handy to me. So there's a couple things you could do. Number one, you could click on the groups itself. You could click on this star to follow. What that does is it puts it on your dashboard on your main page. So if we were to go to my main page now and we were to scroll over here to the left-hand side, which as soon as Rock decides to move, so if you look over here by these followed groups, there it is right there. Okay, so that's the first area of very much importance, okay? The second area is going to be this clock. These are the men that serve with your team. So hopefully you've been able to build a team. One of the things that I'm going to be working on this year is training for building an effective team. And some of the things that go into that, I'm going to be actually interviewing you guys who lead teams, and so that we can have some good resources on that. But if you click on the clock, it's going to look very much like the house. The house has groups. These are the people that are in groups. They're actually part of a study. They're consuming something. The clock are people that are volunteering. They are contributing to something. So they look very similar, right? So, but if you click on the clock and you go to specialized teams, you're going to see MRT teams arrow. You click on that MRT teams right there, and you can see all of the teams that you have. So you could click on, for instance, I just met with Chad, who leads, Chad Rowland, who leads our men's roundtable team at Travelers Rest. And so you can see he's got 17 guys on his team. Come on now. I love this guy. He's doing a great job already. And so you can see who the leaders are. He's got 4 leaders. You can see who his group facilitators are, and he's just got a strong team. And so it's easy to add people, just like in groups or teams. You can click on this little plus screen, and you can make sure that you're involved in those teams, and you could click that if you wanted to follow it. But this is really helpful because what happens if we were to go to, I'll go to my record just so that you can see it. I know there's a lot of stuff going on my record, but on this clock, this actually having that person in a team shows up on a badge. So these badges are really nice. We've got the house. These are groups. I'm actually in regen, so that's why you can see so many groups that I'm in. The clock are places that I serve. These badges are membership, Discovery, Foundations membership. And then, of course, this icon is one of our favorite icons. This is Authentic Manhood. So you can see all of the Authentic Manhood groups, but that is blue because I've been through the new Authentic Manhood. So anyways, just a quick overview of Rock. Another thing just to note is that it's important that you're in here. It's important that you have access to this. It's important that you have a team member. Maybe you have an admin on your team other than a campus admin. They probably need access to Rock. Like I said, we're going to do some training on this year and get people acclimated, but I hope this video has been helpful for you. I'm praying for you guys as you lead. That God would move amongst our men, and that we would be, that we would move towards people in situations, and that we would be dependent on God as we lead and do the work that God's called us to do. So I hope that you're having a great week and a great start to the weekend. I hope this video is encouraging. Go out and kick tail and take names, and I look forward to talking to you down the road.